All right, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Red and Big podcast. I am your co-host Biggs, and we have Red here as our other co-host. What's up, dude?
What's up there, big guy? How's your day going?
It's going pretty good, man. Like we had a pretty good day today at work, and my boss told me today that I'm getting a bonus, quarterly bonus today, which I was not expecting. So that was nice to hear, even though like our last quarter we didn't do too good and ended up losing some money, but I still got a bonus because he wanted to make me happy. So that was nice to hear. And also, my oldest daughter is doing a pageant for the state of Florida, and she had an interview yesterday, and they actually got back to us pretty quick. I thought it was going to be we weren't going to hear anything till next week, but they got back to us today and said, they pretty much, got an email saying, "Congratulations, Madison. You've been accepted as the to represent the state of Florida." And then she's in the National American Miss pageant for the state of Florida, and we'll see how she does.
Man, does that sound like an
So
exciting day, huh?
yeah.
I mean, you get good news at work, and then you come home. You
Mm.
bring the good news home to the family, and then you take your family out, and then you find out that your daughter has even better news that she's going to get to compete in a beauty pageant, right?
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah, that's
It's
huge.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Now she's all excited and she wants to go out and buy a new dress and everything. I'm like, and then, but so we're trying to get sponsors. I'm trying to get I got to talk to my boss at work tomorrow, and hopefully, my work will, give her a sponsorship, so she can, do this pageant.
Yeah, yeah, that's huge. Sponsorship's
So,
important. It's her get on her way, and helps her get some financial support to help her get ready for all this.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it's not going to be cheap.
No, it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap, and it's a shame it isn't cheap because it's going to be such a good experience for her. Hopefully the sponsorship works out.
Exactly, and hopefully, we can make this happen for her.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
So,
sure you will. I mean, God is good, and I'm sure it's gonna work out great. Let me know tomorrow. I'll be excited to hear how that works out.
oh, 100% for sure. And we certainly will, and um, we will definitely, figure something out and get things rolling. But so how was your day today?
I mean, it was good, man. Another day in paradise. Definitely another good day. As you know what I do for a living, you're my best friend in the world. So, I work with therapy animals, and today, we were able to release a therapy animal to go to their forever home. So that was a great experience for
That's
me.
awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome day. Um,
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always a good experience,
Yeah, and it's awesome to hear when you're having a good day like that. I mean, getting good news at work is huge and all that. Over here, my wife is starting to feel a little sick. My son's not too bad, but he's got some teeth coming in right now, so he's a little bit on the cranky
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And then mom got COVID, so it's been a little shitty around here.
I know that sucks. That's never fun.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
Well, I mean,
God,
yeah, we all hope the best for him. Hopefully, mom gets better soon, and hopefully, the wife gets better soon, and hopefully the little guy, he'll get through that. And just you know, I'm sure it hurts a lot too. Like what he's going through with teeth coming through, and maybe some children's Tylenol or something. I don't know. I think you can give him children's Tylenol. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
at
It's
one
like children's
because
Tylenol, and then it's like Motrin, then
yeah,
Tylenol, then Motrin. It's
yeah,
like back and forth. You can't give him too much Tylenol, but you give him first dose is Tylenol, then it's Motrin. He's
yeah. And well, Motrin's really good for lowering the fever.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Well, what are we going to talk tonight a little bit about? I mean, we got some audience that wants to hear some things. We talked a little bit about our day, and of course, one day we're going to hear
hmm
about their days. But what are we talking about? A little bit of social media. Is that what we're going to brief on here tonight?
I think so, yeah. Because like in a previous podcast, we did say we would talk about social media, and then people were, reaching out like, "Hey, I thought you guys were going to talk about." So you know what? Here's the episode. So we're going to talk a little bit about how social media. So when you hear the word social media, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh man, first thing that comes to my mind when I hear social media is Facebook.
hmm
Um, and what's the first thing that comes to your mind when someone says social media to you?
Social media, yeah, like the first thing I guess that would come to my mind, yeah, is Facebook. That would be like the first thing I think I would probably have to say too.
The first go to,
But
right?
right, but social media is so much more than just Facebook, because you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got, all the podcasts like what we're doing. Um,
Yeah, there's
and what else? I'm sure there's others that I'm not thinking about. Twitter, is another one. Um, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing, like Twitch, like that's a game, that's another, platform. So there's so much social media out there, and it's just like, you think about it like holy shit, like when our generation, like when we were around, there was no social media. If we wanted to meet up, in a space, we would met up at the fucking goddamn
that's
playground.
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like,
I mean, it's gotten
that was our
crazy,
social media.
right?
It has.
Right, and now where it's
And
gotten to is crazy.
right. And you hear so many horror stories, and it's really sad because like, people with out there on social media are getting constantly bullied, and like, you're hearing horror stories about these kids that, these people don't give a shit, and you got these kids that are killing themselves because of what people are saying.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And it's
It
sickening.
is. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that, we continue to allow, our world to move so fast. I mean, you look at social media, it's so advanced, it's so embedded into our young children's minds. It's totally taken their ability for, communication as in, how to communicate, with a person, any more of these kids that go out on the
hmm
date, and while they're on the date, they're posting on social media, they're on the date. They're not even worried about enjoying the meal or playing footsie or, I mean, anything. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I did you ever sit down when you went on your first dates as a child and ever think that you'd be sitting on a computer at your Applebee's table and looking at that instead of talking to your date? Hell
Hell
no.
no.
And I mean, that's where the world's become. There's restaurants that are starting to say, hey, you know what, you can't have your cell phones while eating. And, that would be, let me ask you a question. Do you troll? Do you look at your cell phone while eating dinner?
Um, very rarely. Mostly, I'm focused on eating, and like, I try and stay away from it, and not eat, or I mean, not eat, but I mean, not like get on my phone while I'm eating, because that's just like,
That's that's
my
that's
time to
right.
eat.
That's your time to feed. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I watch the news while I eat, but I don't get on social media. I do watch the news. I enjoy watching the news and eating.
Yeah. I mean, we do watch TV like a movie or something when we do eat, but that's mostly about it though, because we're never like really on our phone. And like, I mean, the kids, they even watch a show when they're eating too, so they'll put on like their iPad and watch, their cartoons while they eat. So we definitely do watch, something
Yeah,
while we eat,
but we're
but
not we're not trolling
um
the Facebook or
we're not
something.
Yeah, we're not on Facebook or any social media when we're eating
Yeah.
now.
And do you let your
And
kids have access to like Facebook and social media, or do you not?
no, they do not have access to any freaking social media whatsoever right now. The only thing that my oldest has close is that I do let her do some TikTok
Right.
videos that the and let the record be shown, because this is going to be in another topic, is that the fact that my TikTok account just got reinstated because people thought it was owned by my daughter, which it clearly isn't. It's
That's right.
mine. So, and they unlocked my account today. TikTok said, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this," and they unlocked it. So, because someone apparently reported it, but anyway,
Someone reported it.
they do. Someone reported my TikTok page because my daughter was putting her videos on, which actually she wasn't. It was me putting the videos on, and they thought it was someone reported it for an underage, TikTok account, because technically you're not allowed to be on TikTok if you're under 13, or you can't have an account. But it's my account, so and if I want to put my daughter's videos on there, I should have the goddamn right to do so. So, um, we got it back today, and then so Madison was pretty excited about that. So, um, because she likes to do those videos, and then they get sent to me and approved by her mother and myself before they get
Yeah,
posted.
it's huge. It's huge.
So, because so we know what's going on there. And mostly she's just doing a lot of videos with her, icon or whatever, like this lady that she looks up to on YouTube. Her name's Miranda, and who she adores. And she mostly does a lot of, stuff, how she does in her
Yeah.
videos. So,
Yeah, that's huge.
and that's about it. That's but she doesn't have a Facebook. She doesn't have an Instagram.
And how long do you
Um,
think you can hold her off from that?
well, we'll see how long, it will go. Like, I'm gonna try and at least keep her off Facebook until maybe she's at least
Yeah,
16.
good call.
Um, and then, even still, I'd still, probably monitor the hell out of it until she's
Yeah,
18.
agreed, 100%.
But, yeah,
100%.
because I don't fucking trust anybody, and like, especially when it comes to my
Yeah,
kids,
no, you gotta.
you
That's
know.
number one, right? And it's just the bullying, like you said before, that's on these platforms. It's unbelievable. The
Right,
women and men thinking they have to be
right,
somebody they're not, and it's just unbelievable.
right. Right, I dread the day, like, if my daughter ever came home and she's crying because she's gotten
Oh
bullied.
man,
Oh, I freaking pity that
yeah,
person,
you and I
dude.
both. You and I both.
Oh, I will not. Ooh, we're not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say it,
No,
but it's not gonna go over
no,
well.
it's definitely not gonna, and not with her uncle either. I can tell you that much. It ain't gonna go over well anywhere.
Exactly. So, and but social media has just it's been crazy. And you know what, like, when you try, you try like so hard to like make an influence on something, and like, because you kind of need social media to like really kind of get yourself out there, like, especially if you're trying to like promote like a business or
Right,
something. You kind of need it.
right.
I mean, it's a gateway
Yeah.
to the world,
It's
basically.
a gateway to the world, is correct, and it's where
And
the world is moving to, so you have no choice but to adapt.
yeah, and exactly. So, like,
It's
and
not easy.
even with our channel, it isn't. And like, even with our channel too, like, we're trying to get our stuff out there as well, cause like, just like anybody else is.
Right,
So, and we have to use these platforms like Facebook, Instagram,
right.
TikTok. I just which I haven't told you this yet, but I'll tell you now. Like, I just activated our us on
Yeah, huge.
Twitch. So once we are ready, and that's going to be really, I think, is going to be our gem right there, is once we start live
Yeah.
streaming, we can live stream right to them, and we'll have our podcast live streamed
Yeah,
right on
that's huge.
Twitch.
That's huge. I don't even know what
So
Twitch
yeah,
is. Is Twitch like another TikTok or something like that, or?
yeah, well, Twitch is more like a YouTube
Okay.
basically. So like Twitch is like it's more set up for like the
Yeah.
gaming
Yeah.
community, but people also use it to do like
Yeah.
talking, and like they do other crazy stuff too, but like, and then there's also podcasts on
Yeah,
there
that's
as
huge.
well. So yeah, so I figured that's going to be probably good for us. So once we get there, and and then whoever's listening, our listeners, our followers, it is coming. I promise you, it is coming.
Yeah, that's
And
huge.
like, once we do get there, you'll be the first to know. And so like, then that's why I'm trying to say, like, I try to put out there as much as I can. Like us on Facebook, because we're gonna be putting our stuff on there. Like when our next podcasts are. Follow us on Twitter, because we'll put it on there too. And YouTube, all of our full recording videos always go on YouTube as well. And then obviously we're obviously on all podcast platforms. So every single video you're going to hear is going to be on any single one out there right now.
That's
And
huge.
and so yeah, and like, and I'll let you know when we're ready to go live. We're not technically ready to go live right now, because we want to see how we adapt to this and get used to it, because we still are new ourselves with
Right. We're
with
still
doing
practicing.
podcasts.
Right.
So exactly. So like, once we start getting more into a groove, we're gonna put ourselves on camera. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering like what we look like and shit.
Sure.
Trust me, believe me, it's coming.
Absolutely.
It's just like, we're just getting our feet wet. We're getting this thing going. If it really starts picking up, you know we're gonna put the money out there to go live, because like with the studio we have to pay for it monthly, to be able to go live. So that's why we were doing the test. We got the free version
Mm-hmm.
of our studio for now to test it out. And then once it does take off, boom, we're going to activate it. We're going to go live. You're going to see our faces. You're going to see us go live, and we're going to have a good time with
Yeah,
it.
that's huge. Yeah, people got
So,
to follow us. They got to
yeah,
listen. That's it. We're gonna do our best to give you something good to listen to, and we're gonna want to hear from you guys too. So
exactly.
you hear something that we're talking about that you want to talk about, we're gonna give you avenues to do that, and you're gonna have a good opportunity to get in and get your opinion out there.
Absolutely. And that's what we are all about. And, we're all about like, helping out and supporting. Like, if you have a topic you want to talk about and get it off your chest, no matter what it is, I don't care what you want to. If you want to talk about pussy, you want to talk about cock, I don't care,
Right.
whatever. Like, I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, if that's what you want to talk about, then get it off your chest. Like, that's how what we are
Yep.
about. Like, and we'll try and like, if you're trying to start out too, with getting into social media and trying to get your name out there, let us know. We'll try and like, help you guys out as much as we can too. We'll give you shout outs. Be like, hey, go check this guy
Right.
out. He seems cool. Because that's how we are. Because we're always out here to like, and that's how I think other people should be in social media. People should be out there trying to help the little guy out. Because it's enough with all these other, these big timers. You don't see these big timers that going out there and helping the little guy. And that's what's fucked up, because like, all these social media platforms are all for the big people. They're never for the little guy.
Yep.
They will not help out the little guy, try and get and help him grow.
Yeah, that's so
And
true.
that's the problem. And like, I have such a problem with it, because like that's not how it should be. Because how do you expect someone to fucking grow their channel if you can't let them allow them to
Yeah.
grow? Because it's just like you trying to put all this work in. There is a lot of work that goes into, so like, I'm sure people out there know, but like, for those that don't, and you're just listening, it's a lot of work to put yourself out there. With editing clips, editing is the one of like the most, it's not crazy hard, but it has its
Oh
challenges.
yeah.
And then to put things together and make it look like an actual video, it's crazy. So there's a lot that goes into it. And then you got to do and post here, you got to post there, you got to post there, you got to make sure all your descriptions right, you got to make sure all your your base of your layouts is right. You got to make sure your profile picture looks good. You got to make sure this looks good, and then you got to make sure with YouTube it's crazy too. Make sure you have your hashtags. Getting it out there, trying to get whatever you do, and then no matter all this work you do, and you put it in there and you post it. The problem, and this is what the problem is that you post and you're putting all this work. It could take you hours to do all this, and then the fact of the matter is that you're doing it and you only get 1 or 2 views. That's the shit that pisses me off, because that's not right. Because I'm working hard too. People else are out there working hard too to get their content out there, and you're mean to tell me that other people are getting hundreds of thousands of views for like the same kind of content that you're putting out there, but you only have
Yeah, it
one?
doesn't make any
That's the
sense.
shit that pisses me off.
And it pisses anybody off. I
Exactly.
mean,
And
how are
then
you
that,
supposed to get started? I mean, if no one, if the big guys are going to just push the little guys out, then it's unbelievable. And you're right. You put a ton of work
yeah.
into it. You put a ton of theory into it,
Hmm.
and you're shooting out into a world of a million guests, millions of guests. So you really,
Right. Right.
it's a tough to figure it out. But I guess it's one of
Literally
millions.
millions.
Yeah, man, you're touching millions of people.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just you take one
Hmm.
step at a time, and you keep niching at it until I guess I mean you
Yeah.
get the following, but it takes the people listening to us
Yeah.
to get
And
us
then,
out there. It does. It takes the people that are listening to us right now to help us get out there. You know?
100%. Exactly. And like 100%. And it's just crazy. But like, what I have to try and say to some of these people is just like, you know, you just don't give up, like don't give up on trying to like, oh, it's
That's
not
right.
working. No one's following me. It's going to take time. And that's what I've learned too. It does take time. Like, and you just got to keep at it and keep pushing and keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And eventually we will get there. It's just that,
Yeah, you just gotta. It
um,
takes time.
yeah,
It's a shame
you
because some
just,
people start in 1 second and it just takes off, but it's hard. It's hard.
right. It is. It is hard,
Um,
but I mean, it's
but
you'll get
yeah,
there
you just
though.
got to keep on
So
trucking, and one person will talk about you, the next person will talk about you, and then we'll get a nice following,
yeah,
and believe me, once we get our following, we'll turn on the next people. Um,
exactly.
that's the problem with
We
everybody.
got we
Everybody
got
gets
plans
big and
for
forgets all the little people. It's like, hey, if everybody
exactly.
everybody worked together, we would all have a good time, and we would be able to have a good following on social media.
Yeah, and and I'm not gonna put out like any freaking exact names, but like some of these like gamers that are on like like not man 9 times out of 10 of these freaking live stream gamers are fucking cheating in
Yeah,
video games
I'm sure they
anyway.
are.
They're a bunch of load of fucking shit. They're a load of fucking shit. They ain't fucking man. These fucking they so-called pros kiss my
They're
ass.
cheating.
Like you ain't no fuck. You're fucking cheaters. Like I've seen it too. Like you can tell people are fucking like cheating in video games, especially with their stupid ass videos. So fuck that. I don't watch any of that shit
Yeah,
anymore. Like, and I'm like, you know what? Like once I start like I even saw this freaking thing where you can pay like a certain amount of money a month and you can fucking get any hack for a certain amount of time that's completely untraceable. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore. Like, it is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like,
no,
I'm like,
I agree
so I
100%. If they're cheating, what the fuck, man? You know,
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're taking the fun out of the fucking game. And then, you know what? They're allowing it to happen, which just makes even more
and they're making
fucking.
millions of dollars
And
doing it.
then, exactly. And so, like, you know what? They're people, they're seeing the views. So, you know what? They don't care. That's the problem because you know why? Because it's bringing traffic into their freaking. So they're making money off of these people that are
Yep.
cheating at video games. So that's why they allow it to do it. So, and that's what the problem is. When people the little guy here, who has maybe 50 followers and maybe if he's lucky, gets one person to show up in his
Right.
stream, is here playing a legit
Right.
video game, and probably can beat any one of these hackers, and fucking, but yet he gets one person in his stream. That's the shit that pisses me off, and I'm just like, you know what? There's got to be more people out there that want to just help people grow, and like I did that kind of in the gaming community where, like, you know, you can be, you know, affiliated with on Twitch and then make money on, you know, on the platform, and have had people like, you know, give you subs and stuff like this. Like, I have to give you like a straight background on how Twitch is though, dude, because, but like,
did you make money with it or no?
And I did make a little bit of money off of Twitch, and you know what? I gained such a good following just because I was out there almost every day helping the little guy. Even my like, you know, even when I had a good amount of people in my stream, I was right away sending them to other people and helping their other channels grow, because that's how much I wanted to.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I did it a lot, and that's how, you know, I got a good following. And that's what I want to do too, like, you know, with other, even if it has to be gaming or, you know, talking or podcasts, like if other people are going to listen to us, I want to promote their channels.
Yeah, I agree with that too,
because I want to help them grow, because every freaking little guy should have a fighting
I agree 100%.
chance. And that's how I just feel.
If we all work together, we'll get somewhere. That's the way the good Lord put us, you know?
So, and I mean, and with social media, dude, it's just like, I don't know. They need to have people like myself. Basically, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna toot my own horn and just say it. They need people like me that want to go out there and find the little guy and help.
100%. It's the only way it's going to move forward.
Yeah, how it should be. And then there needs to be freaking dire consequences, and someone needs to monitor this shit. I don't care if you have to hire freaking 100,000 people just to monitor some people's fucking shit. If you're freaking getting bullied on there, that should be an instant ban. They should track you down, track your IP address, and come and fucking press charges. That's
I agree,
how it
100%.
should be.
The second it happens.
The second
they really need
happens.
Instant they need to make it easier for people to get followings on this, and they need to make it harder for people to get followings that are doing bad things. You know?
Exactly.
And 100%. And that's a simple fact.
And you know what? And then they should be able to track it to see if it's like a face or like a false account or something, or if someone is just a trolling account. People do that shit, dude. They'll make like a false name under a false whatever, just to freaking, you know what? No, get someone involved. Fucking get like fucking I don't care. Get the FBI involved.
Get
and be like, control. You know, because they can track. I'm sure they can fucking track their IP address. Oh, you live here. You're out here for bullying. Boom, you're charged. Instant ban. Shut them the fuck off.
That would be huge, and it would stop. It would stop major problems that happen from all these platforms.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, 100% it would, and that's just the freaking the problem with the world. It's just there's just too much shit going on.
I think the big problem with social media is their parents are too caught up in using it, and they're not watching their children using it too, and if their parents are being naughty on it, their children are too.
Exactly, and you know what? There's these parents just don't know, and especially it's the same thing with how they are in fucking video games, dude. Like these parents are letting these kids buy a freaking game that you have to. It's rated MA, which is 17 or older, and then you got these little ass fucking teeny bopper kids in these fucking lobbies with these grown ass men, and you're allowing this to happen.
I couldn't even imagine what happens out there in the game world. You know what I mean? And some of these games are inappropriate,
Oh my god. Oh, they're beyond it inappropriate.
They even have
So,
like
like,
video
you know,
game
I
sex
would
games and everything at
never.
this point, you know?
Oh yeah, like I would
Never.
never let my freaking
Never.
kid play this shit. Like the shit I play, I
No.
would never let
Nope, I
them
agree.
play this shit.
100%.
Oh hell no. And these parents, like, oh yeah, they don't. Man, send your fucking kids
Exactly.
outside. You know, because that's what we were fucking doing. Go the
Go outside,
fuck
get some fresh air and
outside.
do something.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, go ride your bike. Go fucking
Yeah.
play basketball. That's the shit I
Yep,
was
yep.
doing when I
That's
was a
what
kid.
kids should be doing today. Not worried about that fucking Facebook or not. No, I'm just not saying
Right.
Facebook, but anything like that.
We didn't even have the
No,
fucking internet. We didn't
hell
have cell
no.
phones. Like
It's crazy.
like like I said, our social media
Yeah,
was at the park.
which is healthy social media. Yeah, real.
Right?
It was real communication. You
Uh,
actually seen your friends and had a good time. You know.
so if you're a fucking parent, dig into what your
Yeah. Look at
fucking
what they're
kids are
doing.
doing.
Right.
Seriously, look at what
Right.
they're fucking doing. Because you know what? You're gonna have people probably like that are fucking grown ass men that are fucking, have no fucking life, that are fucking probably
Older.
30 years,
Yep.
30 years old, fucking 500 pounds, live in
Right.
their mom's basement, trying to,
Talk to your
you know,
children.
ha- you know,
Right.
prey
Talk
on
to your
little
children,
kids.
which is ridiculous.
The fuck is wrong with these parents, man? I don't know. Like,
I think it's the parents, and I think
so
it's like you said earlier. The social media needs to get control over their own domains. They need to understand that people are doing bad things on
exactly
the internet. You know.
100%. Exactly. And I hope fucking the owner of Facebook, what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever the fuck his name is. I hope you're listening, motherfuckers, because you need to do something about your platform because you have the
Worst.
worst platform, especially when it comes to
Oh yeah.
freaking people getting bullied.
Oh yeah. That and TikTok.
And
TikTok. Everybody's putting
even
live stream
though
videos of people getting beaten up. It's really hurting people. It's a shame.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Like, you shouldn't be posting that shit. That's the shit that should be getting banned, not my little daughter who's dancing with her
Yeah.
with her little
Trying to make
sister.
family memories. Like that's
Like,
unbelievable. But you're letting them
exactly.
post these kids beating each other
They
up,
can
and it's unbelievable. I mean, social media is unbelievable.
yeah, but yet my daughter can't post the freaking
That's
video of her
ridiculous.
dancing.
Get
Get the
the fuck
fuck
out
out
of
of
here.
here. Like, these priorities that these companies have, man, they're
I
just
don't know.
I
They're
don't
really
know.
all about marketing and all about,
But
not really caring about who they're marketing to or
it
what's
is.
happening, and they're really picking on the wrong people. I mean, social media, I think it needs to slow
But
down. I think if time could slow down a little bit, it'd be great. I can't believe that, all this digital stuff is moving so fast. It's scary, man. It's scary to think somebody as creative and intelligent as yourself in the world of computers, just as fast as you learn something, something else is invented. So there's like not even a chance to be a master at a craft with this technology. The technology moves so fast that the craft is almost impossible to be the best. I mean,
Exactly.
that's a shame, but that's what it is. It takes, you want to be number one, it takes a hell of a lot of investment, not only your time, but it seems like I don't even know, man. It seems like, by the time someone gets used to Facebook, here comes TikTok. By the time someone gets used to TikTok, here comes this, here comes this, here comes this. I mean, I used to think that I could keep up with these kids today. I can't even understand their terminology. So when they talk, I'm like confused. You know what I mean? Fuck, kid looks at me the other day. He's like, "Yo, good look on your cookout." I'm like, "What the fuck? I ain't giving no cookout." You know? I like the good look on my cookout. I'm like, what the fuck is he trying to say to me?
Like, who the fuck? What the
Yeah,
fuck
he
did
was
you
trying to
say?
say thank you.
These these fucking these
Oh.
kids nowadays, bro. They
They
just
have
don't
no
know.
idea. They
Like,
do all these
like,
emojis, all this stuff on the media, and they really, when they get in person, they talk to somebody. They're like, they don't even
yeah,
know what to say. They still use their X's and O's and
you
all this stuff.
know,
It doesn't.
they think they know and own the world, but like,
Yeah,
little ass motherfucker, I'll lay you the
yeah,
fuck out.
yeah.
Like, Like, you don't fucking know what the hell how fucking
No.
real life is, man. We grew up in the generation of fucking
Right,
going
right. A whole different
outside.
world. A whole different world. We didn't grow up
like
TV.
like we
Right.
would right. We went outside
Yeah.
at dusk and we didn't come back, or we went
Yep.
out at freaking dawn and didn't come back till it was
Yes,
fucking the
sir.
street
Yes,
lights came
sir. That's the rule of thumb right there.
on.
And the street lights come on,
Right.
you
As
get
the street
home.
lights are on, you got home. And if we weren't, we were getting our asses beat. And that's what you guys should
Yep.
be doing right now too. Like, you guys need to be on top of your fucking kids. Oh, look, I can't smack my kid. Da, 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 da. They might call the cops on me. Fuck you. You're the fucking parent. Fucking, you're
Yeah,
allowed to get
fucking right,
disciplined.
man. You gotta teach them
Like,
right, man. You can't just let them be on their social media, and
man,
you gotta control your children. Step up to the plate.
exactly. My mom used to kick my ass.
That's right.
For fucking bad shit.
You'd still feel that shit today.
Right?
Oh
You
yeah.
know how my mom.
Oh, I
How
know.
my mom is, bro. Like, so yeah. Like, if I had did like some of this shit that these little ass fucking punk ass kids are doing
Oh man, you can
nowadays,
forget it.
shit,
You
man.
can forget it.
God, I can tell you stories, but that's another
It's a
podcast.
good It's a whole good podcast too. We'll get it. We'll get into that.
We'll get
yeah.
into that in a. Yeah, we'll get
We'll
into
get-
a whole nother podcast
We'll just get into
about
Red
just
and Big's
that.
moms. Yeah. You can tune in on that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, tune into that Red
Come
and Big
on,
Mom
baby.
story.
All right. Well, look, man, we're 36 minutes
Right.
in. I think this is a good
That-
cast. What do you think?
That was good. All right, yeah, we'll end it here. And you know what? Even though we were talking about social media, hey,
Yeah.
we're on it too. So
Yeah. Follow us, promote
Follow
us,
us.
help us. We'll help you.
we'll help you. Follow us. Like we said, we're on all of it: Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all of it. Hit us a like, follow, and we'll see you in the next video. And we hope you guys
God
have an
bless.
awesome
See you,
day.
Biggs.
Later.